So in this hand, I'm opening never off. I believe it's going to be open. You're probably only folding like 7-2, 7-3 in anti heads up. So I open this hand. So on this board, like in game, I was thinking this. I'm definitely gonna have some checks, and what hands are gonna check? I believe it's gonna be these hands without a diamond. 9-4 off. Although the 9 connects with the 8 and the 6, I don't think it's enough, which leads me to believe that this hand will check. So on the turn, when the reg checks on the turn, it's a pretty tough spot, because if it's a recreational and they check this turn, then yes, you have like a very easy little blast off here because they're pretty capped. However, when it's a reg, they're not capped here. They have so many calls on the turn. I did bet this. I just bet this turn, which I kind of regret now, because I had a suspicion that this hand still check gives up. It's just not enough there. Yeah, you have the gut shot, but I think maybe that's too optimistic. You're just so capped. Yes, I am a player that can have a queen here, and he knows that. So that's a little bit better for me. But he still has a queen as well. What size did I choose? I think my only regret here is I need to choose a size where a 10 will also bet. I think I might have done that. What did I go? I went 4.8. I think it's fine. Like, I would bet this size with ace 10, any 10. So when I'm playing against a good player, I always need to make sure that I'm repping like a good amount of value. Because right here, I'm only repping a queen that checked back on the flop, which is pretty reduced, of course. And then I'm only repping a 10 that, like ace 10, that I check back on the flop as well, which there are some. Part of me really wishes, like, I want to overbet, but it's really hard intuitively because I have no diamond. So if I had a diamond, for sure I would like start overbetting and only rep flushes. But when I have just like the dangler 9, yes, I can rep jack 9. It becomes weird. Yeah, part of me thinks that in this line, like, overbetting, you actually rep way more stuff. Like, you rep jack 9 and you have so many flushes. But without a diamond, like I said, it's difficult. So that's why I went the other route of repping a queen and a 10. But there was also another line where I didn't think about, where you just check give up. But it's hard for me to check give up because my personality doesn't like to give up, if that makes sense. Which is sometimes like holding me back, actually. So I bet here, knowing that I will have to blast the river because there's just too many hands that call me that I lose to, that are jack high and king high and stuff. So he calls here. This is pretty good river. At least I have value now. So I think he checks to me, right? So on this river, it's pretty complex if you think about it. There's going to be a lot of sizes. How many did I think there was in game? I probably thought there was 3 sizes. There's going to be one for flush, one for 2 pairs and sets. And I think the straight should go into the 2 pair and sets to simplify. There's probably, in theory, there's probably so many sizes here. It's crazy. There's probably one for ace of diamonds, and then there's one for just like flushes, like deuce of diamonds to the king of diamonds. The king of diamonds is probably with the king of diamonds and 9 of diamonds probably has its own size too. It's really weird. And then, but to simplify, this is this was my strategy in game. I'm gonna put 2 pairs sets and this straight, although the straight is a little too good to put in that size as well, but just to simplify, 2 pair sets straights, one size, ace of diamond, one size, and all the other diamonds one size. I think that's like the simplest strategy you can form in real time. And then for bluffs, you just like whatever bluff you have, you just try to fill it in. Maybe use the big size more because they fold more in game. So I think in game I chose B75 for this hand, which is quite okay because he's also gonna call a queen. It's hard to have bluffs, but this is reg versus reg, so regs are gonna put you on way more bluffs. If you don't know the guy and he thinks you're a fish, then maybe you can choose a different size because it's hard to bluff here, to be honest. Like, I don't know what hands I would actually bluff here, so this is the size I go with. And maybe my thinking was wrong. I think I misspoke. So I think I put the 9 in the B75. If I had a set or a 2 pair, I think I would use this. I think I would use half pot actually. So maybe the 9 is just my B75 size. No. I think I'll put like most diamonds into a B75. So I actually put the 9 into the diamond value range as well, which is not bad. So when he raises here, it's an extremely tough spot. Especially when he chooses size, it's an indication that he's raising hands that are not just ace of diamonds. So he has king of diamonds, 9 of diamonds. Could he possibly have something worse than 9 of diamonds, like a 7 of diamonds? I don't think so. I think that's too thin. So I think he just has 9 of diamonds, king of diamonds, and like maybe he puts ace of diamonds in here to induce me, which is not a bad play, to be honest. Pretty good. Against these type of sizings, like you realize how much like better they are than just jamming. Because if he jams, he only reps ace of diamonds, maybe king of diamonds, and I have like a way easier call. So in his shoes, if he's bluffing, this is like just like the superior size to use than going all in, because he's repping way more value hands and I just can't call, to be honest. So in game, like I want to call really badly because I know this guy bluffs, has a lot of bluffs, but it's just part of me, I feel like it's a punt. Like I have like every diamond, have the deuce of diamonds, 3 of diamonds. I will call those for sure. Do I really need to extend beyond a diamond here? It's hard to tell. It's hard to know. Like if they're over bluffing like crazy, then yeah, you're gonna expand to like even the 9. But when you don't know, I don't think it's great to call this hand. Like I will call a different hand, but it's a very, very tough spot for sure. Okay, let's talk about this spot. I just call and he c-bets. So I always think about this, like when I'm playing poker, what am I doing for value and I start with the value first. The value is very easy. So my value here is either a queen or there's 2 portions, either a queen or 6. So for queen, you're gonna polarize and you bet, you raise really big. But I recommend actually putting more value into your raise, so you can have a six in your raising range here, like 6-8, a6, and then you can actually bet smaller. And when you do this, you have like way more efficiency because you're bluffing smaller, but it's sort of like what he did in the previous hand on the river. Like he's raising smaller, but he has way more value, which actually puts you in a tougher spot in a reg versus reg battle. So that's kind of what I did here. Where did I go? Yeah, I went 7.5, but now it's like that's too big, right? Like for a 6, A 6 is worth like a little less. 6.8. Okay. I think I could go a little smaller as well. Maybe 6, maybe 5. I think that might work more nicely. But yeah, the key takeaway here is if you're choosing to bluff between two portions of your range, it's better to use the range where you have way more value. Because obviously, I have a ton of more 6s than queens. So he's going to have to, I think, fold a little bit more. And then this hand also performs very nicely. Just has good properties to bluff with. So this hand, I open ace deuce of diamonds. I think the strategy is actually very complex on this board as well, and heads up. I'm not going to pretend like I know exactly what it is, but I do believe you will be checking a decent amount of time. And I think ace deuce with a bad kicker should check. I think I put this into my game a lot as well. Like the bad kicker ace, like it works very nicely as a check because you are probably getting 3 streets here, heads up. But let's say if it's nine-handed, like these low kicker ace deuce, ace 3, ace 5, they work nicely to protect your checking range because you're not getting 3 streets, but you're also allowing yourself to have an ace on the turn. And you get to bluff sometimes, which is good. So here, it's an interesting spot. Could I possibly check again? I don't know. I think that's a toss-up. I actually don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to check an ace again here on the turn. But I know I can still bet. I know I can bet. So that's what I choose because I know that can't really be a mistake. Checking is definitely like the fancier play. But I felt like at the time, checking an ace here on the turn just could be pretty like a massive punt. Like I'm just kind of screwed on the river heart. I still have value bet, but like it's not a great situation anymore. Whereas if I bet the turn, I know it's always going to be good. It's always going to be like lots of EV. So that's what I do. And for sizing, I think this is good. Like I'm probably putting this into my king X range as well. So if I have a king, I'm betting the size. For flushes, flushes are obviously going to be in the size as well because you want to protect this part of your range as well with flushes. But on this turn here, I think I'm going to have 2 sizes. One for ace and a king. And the other one is going to be flushes. So yeah, that's my thought process here. I think it's pretty standard when you have just two bet sizes.